أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا إله إلا الله وأن محمد رسول الله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين صدق الله العظيم. Blessed is the man that worketh not in the counsel of the heathen, that sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law that see I did sunrise and sundown. Him a go dear like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in his season. Him leaf never I go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Yay! The heathen them now they saw them dear like a chaff with the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go turn upon judgment, and see them on them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah loveth the way of the righteous, and the way of the sinner, and them always and always I go perish. Let my people, the people of the Most High God, say Jah! Oh, how good and how pleasant it is for Jah people to live together in unity. It's like a precious ointment upon the head and the beard. The head of Aaron go down his beard, and all the way down his garments. The Lord God Jah loveth everybody and give everybody a gift of life. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Jah shall therein abide under the shadow of the Almighty. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and they may save. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Ila fi Quraysh, ila fihim rihlata shittai wa sayf, falyabudu rabb hadha belt allazi atamana bin ju'in wa amana bin auf. Sadakallahu Azim. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. This is the show you've been waiting for. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there's something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes, aromas, and even flavors. Oh, yes. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. In the aftermath, they produce food. Food that is not enjoyed and eaten by you, the black pot. Neither is it enjoyed by you, the ingredients, but by us, the eaters. My brother, my sister, yet every time, the black pot and the ingredients will collaborate and produce food in all its sumptuousness and palatability. Generational thinking, selflessness, and it's a lesson of sacrifice. Any nation that puts aside these very key ingredients of selflessness, sacrifice, and generational thinking is not deserving of being called a nation. It's an empty box. It's the black pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. My grandfather planted a tree. It was a small little tree. And early in the morning, I would follow him and be shouting his name, Grandpa, Grandpa, Grandpa. And he will go and be watering this. As a little child, I was wondering why Grandpa was wasting precious water, pouring it into the ground just like that. Oh my God. Little did I know. As I was growing, I asked Grandpa, Grandpa, why do you waste water on this thing? You keep pouring water into the ground. What is happening? What's the problem? He said, when you grow, you will see. It wasn't long when Grandpa died. And when he died, As a little child, I did not even know what it meant to say somebody had died. 4 days later, I started missing Grandpa and asking if Grandpa would come and pour some more water out. At least he would take me on the walk to the plant. But Grandpa never came up. But that plant continued to grow. Today, as I speak, the whole village sits under that tree. It gives shades to thousands of people. It is the place we all sit and tell stories. It is the same place we sit and eat. It is the same place we all congregate on Sunday. And even on Friday, when the sun is so hot, we all sit under the tree. Now I understand why Grandpa was pouring so much precious water, nursing that plant. He knew he was not going to live long enough to be able to enjoy the fruits and the shades of the tree. But he knew that he was growing somebody like me. He was growing people who would even come after me, and they will benefit. This is selflessness. How many of us do that? When we are appointed into office, instead of making the office more attractive, we loot and we steal. It is our time to steal. It's our time to loot. That is when the family comes together to sing praises to God for giving us an opportunity to steal. My brother, our nation is in the ICU, intensive care unit. It's time to rescue it. It's time to preach patriotism. It's time to inject ourselves with the DNA of patriotism. Without patriotism, no country on earth can survive. With patriotism, you will not steal from your nation. With patriotism, you will do things that will not benefit you directly, but benefit people, generations yet to come. With patriotism, you will think before you act, and you will put Ghana, Africa, first before any other thing. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo. And on this note, I want to say we are live on YouTube, and our YouTube channel is Black Empire Media. Please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, it's time to hit on the subscription button. Also hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you'll be the first person to be told to watch us. Again, we are going on a patriotism tour. Come here, my youth. Now, this patriotism tour that we are doing is going to take us to all 16 regions of Ghana. It's going to be most radical. My brother, we will go and choose a certain school, call people to come, school children to meet there. We will talk to them about patriotism for 1 hour. We will have a short quiz for about 15 minutes or 10 minutes. And then we'll give a prize out, something Ghanaian. Right after that, we will go into the market space and talk patriotism to people. It's like evangelism in the name of our nation. It's going to be crazy. It's been put in my spirit to do that. And with your help, it will happen. Please, we have written a lot of letters to so many companies to help. As I stand right now, I cannot boldly say that companies have come to our support. No. But it's some of you, 1, 2, 3, 4 people who have donated to us. My brother, with or without all these, we will still have to hit the road running. It's our nation. We have to salvage it from the hands of the vultures. It's our nation. Forget about the messenger and concentrate on the message. You might not like the shape of my head. You might not like my face. You may not like my utterances. But we are going on a nationwide tour. And we are starting on the 2nd of March. And it's going to take us to Wa. My brother, it's endorsed by the GTA. And as we told you, they have given us 20,000 Ghana cedis. My brother, 20,000 can probably only take us to one place. Going to Wa and back, feeding the school children, giving them food to eat and water to drink is going to cost us a lot. Now, all we are demanding from you, as good citizens and as proponents and advocates of Pan-Africanism, come to our aid. Maybe you have a restaurant that can serve us food on the tour. Come and feed the school children. Maybe you have some PA system. You can bring it out. We will use it to perform. In every region we go to, we need 100,000 miniature flags of Ghana. Maybe you have a printing press that can do that. We like that. My brother, my sister, we are not per se looking for your money. We are looking for logistics. Maybe you have hotels all over Ghana. Wherever we go, we can log into your hotel system and go have a peaceful rest and then leave the following day, because we have to hit the road running. If you don't have any of these and you want to support us with cash, our Momo number is on the screen. We are certainly going to hit the road running. Now, from tomorrow, hopefully, we shall put another number here where you can, quickly send us some donations to Black Empire Media that we can use on this agenda. Let us not speak too much on this, but be part of this patriotism tour. You'll be proud that it happened. Years to come, it shall be said that there was this man who came up and he was not going about necessarily preaching the Bible and the Quran. He was preaching Ghana. He was preaching Africa. And he moved into the market spaces and he talked to school children, and little children had candies from him. Everywhere he went, little children would run after him and say, Papa, give me toffee. Papa, give me toffee. Papa, give me Nkatia Boga. He was a man who preached patriotism. My brother, my sister, your name shall also be in it because you supported. We are not doing this for profit. God knows that, and you know that. If we wanted profit, we would have done politics, and politics is the easiest way to make money. It's a black pot, a.k.a. Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Today we have 5 issues we need to look at, and I need you to come along. Hey, run it, my youth. Story number 1. The British stole over £2 billion from Ashanti. The British stole over £2 billion sterling from Ashanti. How much is £2 billion in Ghana money? Asantehene says that the British stole £2 billion. Over £2 billion. My brother, my sister, how did the British steal the British pounds? What is it that the British actually stole? Worth over £2 billion. Today we are doing history. Come here, my youth. Asantehene is talking. Run it, my youth. And watch the story. Asantehene narrates events that led to the famous Sagranti War. Watch this. Asantehene commemorated the 150th anniversary of the Sagranti War, which took place in 1874, as part of celebrating the silver jubilee of Otumfuo Osetutu as Asantehene last week. On Tuesday, February 6, 2024, a symposium was held at the Great Hall of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, NUST, to mark the famous war between the Asantes and the British. Also on Thursday, February 8, 2024, a commemorative Deba dubbed Kuntunkuni was held to commemorate the ravages of the war in Kumasi, which had the Asantehene, the paramount chiefs, and queen mothers of Asantehene, as well as leading political figures in the country, all in attendance. Speaking to the Deba. At the Deba, the Asantehene, Otumfuo Osetutu II, narrated the events that led to the Sagranti War. And he talked about Sagranti War. Now dash this away and bring me the story about the stolen artifacts. Now the stolen artifacts came because of the Sagranti War. The British is now loaning, my brother, my sister, all this. And interestingly, loaning all the artifacts that they stole from Asante mine back to Ashanti. And Asantehene is telling us why he agreed to that deal. All right, let's continue with the Sagranti story. Continue with the story so that we will understand the story properly. Watch it. Now, according to him, the British started the war without instigation from the Asantes and their leaders. Come here. Hey! Watch this. He said that the British invited the then Asantehene for a meeting during the Gold Coast era. However, even though he sent a delegation to meet them, they decided to attack with the excuse that their meeting was rejected. Today is a day of sadness and happiness. The sad part is that we are remembering when the whites attacked and destroyed our land without any provocation. We didn't go to their country, we didn't do anything to them, and we didn't flout any of their laws. At that time, they, the British, had already taken over some parts of Ghana. So they said that because they wanted to live in harmony, they had to engage Ashanti because of our kingdom. Because our kingdom had stretched all over the country. So they sent a message that they wanted to meet Nana, the Otumfuo. Nana asked them what the issue was and told them he wanted no war. He said in Twi. The Otumfuo added, my uncle Kwekudria took over and he also didn't want to fight. So he decided to send a delegation led by the Bantamahene to go and meet them, the British, to find out what the issue was. All we heard after that was that you people don't want to meet us, so we will come and fight. He said that the British wanted the war because they were envious of how the Ashanti kingdom had spread across Ghana and the world. He added that the British attacked the kingdom, saying they came and overran us, burned our treasury, and stole the golden stool. Everything in it. The Asantehene also said, items the British stole from the Ashantis are worth over 2 billion pounds. Did you see that? 2 billion pounds. Now on Tuesday, when the Ashanti professor Tom McCaskey, who wrote the book, was speaking, he said they stole 400,000 ounces of gold. He said that the stolen items are worth 2 billion pounds today. Dash it away. My brother, Asantehene has spoken. And watch this. 2 billion American dollars. 2 billion British pounds. Today, this is what is worth. I can't even pronounce this. That is what is worth today in Ghana City. My brother, my sister, it's worth 31 billion plus. And these are some of the things that they stole. Oh my God. Now, my brother, look at this man. Very greedy, dirty man. He was called Garnet Worsley. Sir Garnet Worsley. He was a British commander and an army officer. He was a major general. He was the one who was sent by the British to come and ransack the Asantes. He was the one who came over and invited the Ashantis to come over in 1874. Beginning January 31st. Sir Garnet Worsley, my brother, my sister, invited the Asantis to come over and meet with the governor. And the Bantamahene, my brother, my sister, Amankwetia the first, he was their chief warrior. My brother, my sister, chief warrior. The Asantis also had, later in life, great warriors like Opoku Frede Frede. Amankwetia the first was a war general, powerful, but he lost his life. Now the war was called the Sagranti War, or the Battle of Amweful. And Sagranti War was because of the pronunciation, Sir Garnet. The Asantis were not used to names like that. In fact, Africans are not used to names like Sir Garnet. So it got mispronounced as Sagranti. So it became known as the Granty War. We treated this in the African history class. You can check it out on our channel called the African History Class. My brother, when Amankwetia and the Ashantis were forced to go to war, over 40,000 Asantis were slaughtered, including Amankwetia himself, the war general. It was terrible. They destroyed Amwefu, which is just around the Kwai. That was where the battle was fought, in the forest. They slaughtered the Asantis. They had prepared for war. The Asantis were not ready for any war. But they still had to go and defend themselves. This is what you call a great kingdom. After the British defeated the Ashantis and slaughtered their war general, they now had a field day to steal from the Ashantis. And this was the third Anglo-Ashanti War. They had other wars. The Ashantis were a threat to the British. And every time the British wanted to fight the Ashantis. My brother, my sister, you will realize that the wars continued like that all the way until the Yaa Asantewaa War, the War of the Golden Stool, which had Nana Prempeh I taken all the way into exile to Mahe, the capital of the Seychelles Island, before Yaa Asantewaa followed and arrived there in 1900. My brother, my sister, they ended up condemning the Ashanti kingdom and they reduced it to nothing. There was no king anymore. Where there's no king, there can't be a kingdom. They took their king away, and that was the end of the Ashanti kingdom. It ended just before 1900. The king, Prempeh I, had been taken 4 years earlier. And then Yaa Asantewaa followed. The Ashantis remained without a king for so long until Prempeh I returned to Asantehene, a Christian, preaching the Bible. My brother, my sister, why are we telling this history? We are telling the history for people to know that the Asantis were not ready for war. Amankwetia had to finally fight. And even Garnet Wesley and his people, the British, saluted him and said this was a great war general. His tactics, the only way he failed was the fact that he didn't have the superior weaponry as compared to the British, who were shooting with all kinds of weapons. But the Asantis were using spears and bows and arrows. My brother, if a kingdom like the Ashanti kingdom could go to war against the British with superior weaponry, lay down their lives to the point that after the Sagranti War, you know what happened? Sir Garnet Wesley burnt the whole of Kumasi, set the whole place on fire to end the power of Ashanti. But Ashanti still rose from the ashes. That's when they said, Ukumapema apimbeba. If you kill 1,000 Ashantis, 1,000 more shall rise. It's not the cowardly Ashanti men we see these days who are on social media making noise. I'm talking about the indigenous Ashanti man who loves Ashanti and is ready to die for his heritage and his background. Not Ashantis who are slanging all over the place, who want to be white people. Not Ashantis who eat pizza and disrespect fufu. I'm not talking about Ashantis who smoke bonto, the white man's bonto, cigar. I'm talking about proper Ashantis. The Ashantis who hear the name of the Otufo and shudder. The Ashantis who hear the name of the golden stool, Sikajwa, and they shudder. The Ashantis who hear the name of Okonfo Anoche, and whatever they are doing, they stop short and salute. Not Ashantis who look down on the culture. The Ashanti people have come far, my brother. Asantehene is speaking after 150 years. The British looted how much? Over 2 billion. In Ghana, cedis is how much? Watch this. Over 31 billion Ghana cedis. If we were given this money, I am sure that we will be a better people if we used it properly. The British never returned any of this. Up till now, it's not been returned. Don't be fooled. Whatever they've returned to you, they said they are borrowing. In other words, they are lending it to you and you are borrowing. Today, we come here to remind you that there was a great kingdom known as the Ashanti kingdom. They burnt everything, including the golden stool. But they rescued the golden stool, and today we still have it. They ransacked the whole place and burnt everything. Manuscripts, amulets, and so on and so forth. The Ashanti kingdom still rose out of the ashes. The biggest trouble the British had was from the Ashantis. If you don't love and respect this kingdom, then you are a demon. They fought very ferociously to teach the white man that no, we all cannot be swallowed up that easily. There was a time at the Battle of Dodowa, the Ashanti kingdom alone was fighting 7 different ethnic groups. Can you hear that? The Ashantis were fighting at the Battle of Dodowa, aka the Battle of, what is it? Right there at Dodowa. My brother, my sister, they fought 7 different ethnic groups. Remember the Battle of Nsamanko? That had the head of... The Battle of Dodowa was also called the Battle of, what's it, Asamankasi? Is it Asamankasi? Akatamanso. My brother, I am so much emotional. They were the only people, my brother, my sister, who the British feared. At the end of the day, they ransacked the whole place. So today when I see an Asante man trying to call himself British, I shudder. Try to speak like the British, drink tea like the British. It's sad. Your ancestors fought to be able to keep your heritage, only for you to sell it out. My brother, my sister, there was a time that the Ashanti kingdom had other ethnic groups coming in and wanted to be called Ashantis. They wanted to naturalize. The Battle of Atakatamanso, aka the Battle of Dodowa. After the battle, when the Asantis lost, fighting a conglomeration of ethnic groups, the Gans, even the British, and that was the first time we had cannonballs fired, cannons fired, my brother, in any battle in this country. The Asantis lost under Opoku Frede. They lost. That battle had the Gans on one side. It had the Achim, led by Nana Dakoa. It had the British. It had the Fantis. Look at the Battle of Katamanso. The Katamanso War. My brother, my sister, it was fought in 1824. Right? That was the battle. And you can see it from Wikipedia. And it says, Katamanso War, also known as the Battle of Dodowa, was a war that several tribes, united with the British, fought and prevented the Ashantis from dominating the coast in 1824. They were defeated by a conglomeration of all these ethnic groups. And listen attentively. It contained the Ga, it contained the British, it contained the Fanti, it contained the Achim, it contained the Denchra, and more. All of them, like 7 of them, came together against one kingdom. They defeated the Ashantis within 2 hours. It was after that war that we had dancing crying. The Asante women shave their hairs all over. Today when they are dancing at door, you see that their head is shaved like Sakura. Dancing crying. The original thing is Jisen crying. It's only the girls who can do this to us. They were defeated under Opoku Frede. And Opoku Frede committed suicide. 1824. 50 years later in 1874. Half a century. Half a century later in 1874. The Battle of Amwefu, a.k.a. the Sagranti War. The Asantis were only interested in defending themselves and keeping their territory. But the British wanted to destroy it. And they succeeded, at least on paper. When towards the end of the 19th century, they were able to wipe out the Asante kingdom and reduce it to a kingdom without a king. My brother, my sister, I love history. So when I start talking history and you don't stop me, I will keep going on and on and on and on. Come here, my youth. Watch this. So they stole 2 billion British pounds worth of Ashanti things. It's on record. Asantehene said something, and I need us to remember that. The Asantis did not go to Britain. They didn't go there to fight the British. They were on their land. It's the British that came in. Those who are the so-called proponents of democracy behave like vandals, thieves, pirates. Thieves and pirates. Those who today tell us that they are the proponents and custodians, my brother, my sister, of democracy. They are the preserve of democracy. They came and barbarically killed 40,000 Asantes, including the great Amankwetia I and the Kwekudua I. It was terrible. This led to the signing of the deed known as the Formina Treaty, or the Treaty of Formina, and it included a human sacrifice. They had to slaughter a human being as a seal for the deal. Hallelujah. Today we salute the Ashanti Kingdom, celebrating and remembering in a big memorial 150 years ago how Kwekudua I, alongside Bantamahene, the great Amankwetia I, came together to defend the territories of the Ashanti. Yes, they lost. They burnt the whole of the area, but they rose from the ashes again. My brother, my sister, salute. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. But watch me out. Today, do we have that spirit? If the Asantis could stand and fight like that for their golden stool and fight for their land, do we fight like that for our country? The smallest cracker we think is an atomic bomb, we all are running. The smallest hunger, we all are running to America, England, looking for bread. We are not ready to stand in patriotism like the Ashantis did. We are not ready to say, hey, ukuma pima beba. Ah, Asante kotoko. Yaba. Ken. Yako. Ken. No. It's all gone. Today, the average Asante, clap your hand. Pow! He thinks it's an atomic bomb. He's running. Where are you running to? Munifi, don't run. Why? Where is the warrior spirit? Where is the warrior spirit? Where is the spirit of patriotism? We don't just tell histories. After telling the history, how does it profit us today? Where is the warrior spirit? The slightest hunger, you are running to America. Slightest hunger, you leave your wife and children. You are on a boat, dangerous boat on the high seas. You are going to Lampedusa. From Lampedusa, you want to enter Spain. Who ye coward, what? The ghost of Amankwetia will chase you. The ghost of Kwekudua I will chase you and behead you in your sleep. You wake up walking like a headless jack. Because we are coward. Coward cry, you can't say. We are Sroni. We are Peteba. Woni eni mfaso. Rise and fight for your nation. You let Chinese come here and steal all these things. You salute them. Your leaders follow them up, forgetting that the great Ashantis fought for the land, to keep the land for you cowards. Come here, my youth. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kokoshono. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey! Whoa!
Blackpot, Coco Show.
It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kokoshono, and here we speak truth to power. Run it, my youth. Kennedy Japan in near blows in Parliament. Who is Kennedy Japan? Honorable Kennedy Japan. He's a man I love, trust me. I think that he has a very solid spirit for Ghana. Yeah, he might not have the right temperaments. Yes, the temperaments might be a little too strong. But I think that he's more patriotic than a lot of these dirty criminals we have in power. Kennedy Japan, if he works on a couple of things around him, I am sure that one day he might be able to lead a section of the people to the promised land. My brother, he was almost blowing somebody in Parliament. Look at it. He said, "You foolish boy." That's what he said. Foolish boy. He said, "Hey, you know, see me a foolish boy. Makabium, we a foolish boy. I dare you." As to what happened, we are still not able to tell. This man here is called Honorable Sylvester. They belong to the same political party. I think the showdown almost started today. And when you watch the video, you see Kennedy Japan walking up to him. Somebody pulling him away. This guy away so that they will not clash. But Kennedy continued to follow him. Jamayanku, foolish boy. You could hear him say, "Foolish boy." But let's try to get some information. What really happened in Parliament? Ken AGYAPONG and Sylvester Tete in near brawl on the floor of Parliament. Come here, my youth. Drama unfolded on the floor of Parliament on Tuesday, February 13, 2024. And that's today. When an altercation which erupted between the Member of Parliament for Asin Central, Kennedy AGYAPONG, and his colleague, New Patriotic Party legislator for English among from Sylvester Tete, nearly resulted in a fist fight. It is not clear what led to the altercation, but a viral video on social media shows Kennedy AGYAPONG expressing his displeasure about something with Sylvester Tete standing close to him. Now, the Asin Central legislator then turned to face Sylvester Tete and started pointing his index finger at him, Sylvester, fuming with anger as he spoke to him. The English man from MP then made a move to walk away, but it appeared that a comment he made infuriated AGYAPONG the more. as he also turned and started chasing after him. Kennedy Japan could be heard saying, "Foolish boy, foolish boy." The deputy majority leader and MP for Efutu, Alexander Afenyimakin, rushed to whisk Sylvester Tete away. After the English Amanfro MP was led out of the floor of Parliament, the Asin Central MP returned to his seat, but appeared still bitter about the issue. The MP for Okankwen South, Patrick Yabuama, then approached Kennedy Japan to calm him down. According to reports, the altercation started after Sylvester Tete tried to exchange pleasantries with Kennedy Japan. Dash it away, my youth. So I'm going to tell you what really happened. So Sylvester Tete did not support Kennedy Japan during the primaries of the NPP. And he said so many terrible things about Kennedy Japan. Kennedy Japan was vexed. I met with Kennedy Japan after the primaries, and we had a short meeting. My brother, he is not happy with people he felt betrayed him. He said, if you're not supporting him, I'm okay. But to go ahead and insult me and look down on me. There were some of the MPs, Kennedy Japan, some of the political communicators, the so-called party communicators, my brother, my sister, who were sick like chicken, that Kennedy Japan helped. And I'm privy to some of these pieces of information. He helped them, cured them, spending money. But when the elections came, they spoke as if Kennedy did nothing for them, insulted him, and at times even said, denied that he ever supported them. All this infuriated Kennedy Japan. One of those is Sylvester. So Kennedy coming into Parliament for the first time. Sylvester walks up to him. Meanwhile, Kennedy had been watching him from afar, rehearsing things in his head. I cry with yourself, me China, me man show down beer. I dare you. I swear to God. Then he still walked up to him and said, "Hey, honorable." Ned says, "Hey, get away from me, foolish boy." And he also said, "Let me chow now when you saw I say any force. Media for me so me ha! I'm greeting you. If you're not responding, it must clear off and let me go. It's not by greeting, it's not by force." Kennedy got angry. Yeah. The showdown. Afenyimakin realized that there was a fight. And he came quickly when he watched the video and whisked him out. But Kennedy was still chasing him and calling him foolish boy. There are 4 more MPs that Kennedy Japan is waiting for to make a mistake to come and greet him. And he will show them the real showdown. I'm not going to mention names. Maybe in the next version, I might bring some names. And this is privileged information. My brother, interesting things are happening. But 2 hours after this altercation, Afenyimakin did something interesting. He brought the 2 MPs to bring back that old photograph. Look at what Kennedy Japan is wearing and look at what Sylvester is wearing. Now bring back the new photograph, same thing, right? Now, say, that war, we are my boy now. We are election now, we are 2-2. They hugged each other. And you see another video where they were actually laughing. This is what is contained in it. Ken Japan, Slightete, reconcile after near brawl in Parliament. Now, the members of Parliament for Asin Central and Botiano English, among from Kennedy Japan and Sylvester Tete, have settled their differences after a near brawl in Parliament on Tuesday, February 13, 2024. Dash it. And today is World Radio Day. I'm a product of radio. I love radio. If the history of radio is written in Ghana, I'm sure Blakk Rasta's name would find a space. Today is World Radio Day. Dash it. It's World Radio Day. And I'm excited about today. It was first instituted in 2012 on the 13th of February. So we've been celebrating it for 12 years. I have been on radio, my brother, for more than 22 years. The first time I got on radio, my brother, my sister, was 1997. How many years today? Can you calculate for me? 1997. 24 plus 3, that's 27. I have been on radio for 27 years. It means for more than half of my life, I've been on radio. We celebrate radio, World Radio Day. Radio has played a very powerful role. Even in the era of social media, radio is still very relevant. Listen to the radio. Oh my God. And today is also World Condom Day. In fact, you would have saved us a lot of problems. You would have saved us a lot of trouble if some of our parents had worn condoms. There are some human beings I believe were created by Satan. Their fathers forgot to wear condoms. Jesus. If they had worn the condoms, would have just flashed that out somewhere. Anyway, I'm not a big advocate of condoms because of eugenism. Hey, quite bravo. Eugenistic tendencies. Sometimes I wonder how I'm able to remember some of these things. Somebody will sit somewhere and say, I cry what Dibabarov. Dibaba. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushunomo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, hey, we got more. Hey! Wayo!
Blakk pot. Kokusho, man.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonaman. Here we speak truth to power. Shall we see your messages? All right, here we go. Asenso Collins says, thank you for your job well done. Live from Dubai. Thank you so much, Asenso. Alice Brown says, fire, fire, fire. Welcome, Black. Wanini Boy says, welcome back, Black. King Black, woyoy. Danjuma Baba says, welcome, Black Rasta, woyoy. Benjamin Achu says, word. Zache Emmanuel, a.k.a. Governor from Wusuta, says, much love, Godfather. And he says, love. And he says, teacher, teach me history, Dada. Lover. Ekene Okoli says, Black Rasta more fire. Mark Hendricks says, pick up yourself, my brother. Black Rasta. Wanini Boy says, black is the black pot going to pause when you go on the tour. Okay, so he says, black. Is the black pot going to pause when you go on tour? We now pass. We are fire. The tour is on Saturday, Sunday, Saturday. So that's why it's tight. That's why my beard is all white. Oh, boy, Juma too much. Onyagro. I'm Stanley ni John Kukra. Aye. Okay, so Francis Ampim says, come here. Woyo, more fire. Muhammad Banjaya 1 says, the hot black pot is on fire. My dear Africans, let's come around and be fed with more wisdom by the legendary Black Rasta as usual. Amen. He says, Anula Mbiale. Station Bewula. Wayo! MC Scorpion. Harriet Amu says, Blakk, speak truth to power. Wayo! Kojo One Fool says, more blessing. Charles Mensah. Is this the Charles Mensah I know? He says, it's make me sad. Don't see it like that. If you see it like that, you won't get it like that. Zacha Emmanuel says, I am in love with your history. And I'm in love with history too, my lord. Odum says, can't wait for the album, Blakk, more fire. Yeah, the album is coming up on the 24th. Wicked and Dangerous album. Hey, any which way. Next story, my youth. Alan Kyeremanteng advises BAWUMIA. Who is Alan? Do you know him? Do you know him? This is Alan Kyeremanteng. Heavy body giant. He is the head and the leader and the founder of the party AFAFANTO. He said, movement for change. He broke away from the MPP because he didn't feel good about the party. He felt that it was his turn to become the flag bearer, and they shortchanged him. For that matter, he decided to leave the party. It's not the first time he's leaving the party. He's done it before. AFAFANTO decided to leave the party, and from that time, it's been fire for fire. Run the story. BAWUMIA has taken a bullet from Alan AFAFANTO Kyeremanteng. Don't debase your office because you are seeking power. Alan Kyeremanteng to BAWUMIA. Run it, my youth. He says the founder and leader of the movement for change, Alan John Kojo Kyeremanteng, has criticized flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA, for what he describes as undermining the office of the vice president and his authority in his quest to become president of the nation. According to him, Dr. BAWUMIA cannot just reduce the executive powers of the office just because he wants to become president. He said in an interview on Yerpa TV on February 13, 2024, that's today, that the vice president cannot portray himself as a mere driver's mate who has no influence or responsibility in the governance of the country. You should not, as a vice president who is seeking power, debase the executive authority of the vice president. Dash it down. Bring me the photo of BAWUMIA. Dash it away. BAWUMIA is a hypocrite. And if I had a son like BAWUMIA, I'd be very ashamed. And I'm quoting this from the Bible. You remember the sons of Noah? The one who saw his father's nakedness and called for more to come and see. And the one who saw it and walked backwards so that he would not see the shame of his father and covered it. They are the two sons. One of them is BAWUMIA. BAWUMIA is the son of Noah, who saw the nakedness of his father and called his brother to come and see how erect the penis of his father was. That's BAWUMIA. What was the name of that son of Noah? Hey! How many of you know that Bible story? We have Shem, my brother, my sister. 3 sons of Noah. After the flood, Noah, my brother, my sister, was tired. He had come of age, weak. He went and drank alcohol. True. And what happened? He decided to fall asleep. And somebody saw his nakedness. Am I right? Am I telling the right story? Are you familiar with that story? Do you know that Bible story? One son saw it. There was Shem, there was Ham, and there was Japheth. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Hey! He went and saw the nakedness of his father. And when he saw it, instead of covering it because his father was drunk on maybe some palm wine, he called his brother. Hey, Charlie, our father, look at the shame. That is BAWUMIA. My brother, everybody knows that Akufo-Addo is a useless president. The president, if we had never had, would have touted him as the best president we never had. But God exposed him and his inefficiencies and inefficacies. Yeah, find me that verse from the Bible so that we would read it and get the right details. Yes, your father, the president, is a terrible president. But in the middle of the journey, you leave him like this. My brother, all the wonderful people around me have been blessed with loyal people. If I go and make a mistake, you know what they do? They cover up for me and take the blame. That's what a son should do for his father. When the father makes a mistake, the son should be quick enough to come and take the rap for his father. That is what is supposed to be done. But when son stands aside and says, hey, my father, now my father go do don't be me, oh. Then people come and they are beating your father. Pow! 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 Then you are happy. Today, Nana Akufo-Addo is taking all the punches of your betrayal. And you want to be president. How do you expect your vice president to treat you? Should you even become president in a very rare, uncommon, never possible case? Because I have said it. Should you, a traitor like you, become president, I will leave this country. How many people don't agree with me? And how many people agree with me? Nana Addo brought you from nowhere, from nothingness. Forced you into the party because he saw something in your brain. According to him. And because of your geographical location. And decided that he will push you. Party members didn't like it. One of the reasons Alan left the party is you. Because he felt that he should have been in your shoes. Today, allow Alan and the rest to chastise and vilify your father, the president. When Mahama called Atta Mills his father, it wasn't because Atta Mills bettered him, but he led him into his political paradise. Hallelujah. Did you ever hear Mahama say, oh, Atta Mills was a bad president. I was only the driver's mate. No, he never said it. They took the rap. Yes, we didn't. This could have been done better. But at the time, these were the best options we had. We could have done better. To err is human. But when you appear saintly, oh, me, I am incorruptible. Oh, I am immaculate. It's Akufo-Addo. It's his mistakes. I was just a driver's mate. One, you debase the office of the vice president. You were a driver's mate. But you had the opportunity to give jobs to your family and friends. Which driver's mate is able to do that? You had the chance to make rice available, some salad rice, some dubious salad rice. You did it. You were invited from place to place to cut tapes and swords as a driver's mate. This is an ungrateful son, one of the sons of Noah. Do you have the verse? It's very sad, brethren. Think about it. Think about it. If I were you, BAWUMIA, I would apologize to the president. Come back and tell Ghanaians that I made a mistake. In fact, I have been ungrateful to the president. Yes, he's a lousy president. Noah was a drunkard. He drank. But his son came to cover him. How many of us See a family member getting into some disgraceful situation. Disgraceful. And then we try to cover the person. And women are so good with that. Even when they see crazy women, mentally unstable women, naked, they quickly remove their clothes to come and cover them. They feel the shame. But with us men, where we see a mentally unstable man walking and his langa is bumping. see, Shwabo, see, big o. Hey, see, that's what we say. That's BAWUMIA. Anyway, KYEREMATENG has said nothing but the truth. And if I were Nana Akufo-Addo, I will start distancing myself from this guy. And 2, I will disown him the way he has disowned me. Dash! Final story, my youth, and we are done. All right? I'm going to spend just about 5 minutes on this. 5 minutes will be too much. Yeah. Babies for sale in Ghana. Are you aware of that? There's something called surrogacy. Surrogacy. Surrogate mothers. They are baby carriers. Are you aware it's happening in Ghana? A rich family wants a child. They are not able to have a child. Instead of going to adopt, so that documents will be written out to show who the father and the mother are. No, they will rather bring somebody from the village. Get artificial insemination, AI. Pump it in there. She will get pregnant. Or some other means of making her pregnant. We all know. When she gets pregnant, she will have the child. But she doesn't even know who the child is going to. Somebody brings you in, makes you a baby machine. That they take the baby and give to a certain family that you have no records of. And they pay you 30,000 or 50,000 Ghana cedis for having the baby for them. You don't know where your baby is going. It's happening. And according to what I'm reading, it's allowed in Ghana. Here is how much a surrogate mother can earn in Ghana. Many have attributed the ability to have children in marriages to a supernatural biology and sometimes good sex. It sometimes happens that not all sexual encounters result in pregnancies, and not all women have the ability to carry pregnancies. This sometimes causes couples to worry, especially the women, as they dream to have children of their own. Surrogacy. Once a taboo, listen to the grammar. Once a taboo, relegated to the shadows of societal discourse, has now emerged as a viable avenue for both aspiring parents and women seeking financial stability. The procedure allows an intended parent to use a third-party means. Listen, the parent is the first party. There's a second party that she doesn't know. Now, the third party is the contractor. Jesus have mercy. Surrogate mother who carries and delivers the baby on their behalf. Presently, Ghana's laws do not frown on surrogacy. Now, the Act 1027 of the 1992 Constitution now places surrogacy firmly on the legislative map as a legal arrangement in Ghana and permits individuals to engage the services of another person to assist with childbirth through surrogacy. A publication by B&P Associates has stated. This is becoming a growing trend, and some women offer themselves to be used as surrogate mothers for couples who are not able to have children on their own, but at a fee. But how much do they take? A surrogate mother with a pseudonym as Ajua in a TV3 report shared her story. And when you read and read and read, continue reading, go to the next page, you will see things. according to her, she's likely to make between 30,000 and 50,000 to carry a couple's child. And dash it. The thing is that she never gets to see who her baby will be given to as parents. Because the people do not want any link where she would come one day and say, hi, I'm coming to visit my child. Or how's my child doing? No! They pay you to have the baby and go. This is selling of babies. Come here, my youth. What do you think? It's the selling of babies. It's baby trafficking, human trafficking. That means such mothers can also have babies for ritual murder. They can also have babies whose past can be harvested for ritual purposes in a continent where ritual murder is rife. I spit on these baby-making machines. I spit on the law. What kind of a law is that? I'm going to get deeper into it. So right now, every Kubolo can go out and demand a baby from a surrogate mother. And whatever they do with the baby, nobody cares. Hallelujah. Anyway, it's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kokoshonemo, where we speak truth to power. Come here! What any boy says, Blakk, you have to play me these songs tomorrow. On 4 for the class. Okay, 4 for the class on radio. All right, Machapsima, Chief President Barack Obama. Oh, okay. All right, man, we'll do that. Thank you so much. All from Black Rasta, right? Because that one fool says 83 watching, only 20 likes. I like that. Wow. So 83 people watching at a time and only 20 likes. Remember to like the thing. You know, of course, like it if you feel like liking it. We don't want fake likes, right? Come on! Like and share. It costs nothing. Rap Thunder says, welcome, legendary Blakk. Woyoy. Kwame Logoso says, woyoy. Kwesi Annex says, Black Rasta, Tuma. You remember liberal war when Ano Kwao took bribery from Charles Taylor. Okay, Liberian war. And they started to kill Ghanaian and Nigerian soldiers. Same thing is happening in the MPP. Wow. Historians are talking. My name is Black Rasta. I want to say I love you. I want to say I appreciate you. I want to say people awesome. There's one story we haven't done, right? There's one story we haven't done. Ashanti story. Where's that Ashanti story? I need to look at it quickly. But why are you hiding that story from me? Look at these people. They want us to close early. ASANTEHENE explains why he agreed to British injustice. Run the story. So this is a follow-up to that one. This is a great ASANTEHENE. Bring his photo. I like his head. Watch it. When he wears that thing on it, he stands. Kuntunkuni. Run the story, my youth. ASANTEHENE reacts to UK loaning back stolen Asante artifacts. Run it, my youth. The ASANTEHENE Otunfo Osetutu II has for the first time publicly reacted to reports that the United Kingdom has agreed to loan back some of the Asante artifacts that were looted by the British during the Sagranti War in 1874. The BBC reported in January 2024 that the United Kingdom will return 32 Asante artifacts, including the crown jewels, under a long-term loan deal. Speaking at the Deba, dubbed Kuntunkuni, which was held to commemorate the ravages of the Sagranti War in Kumasi. On Thursday, February 8, 2024, the ASANTEHENE confirmed the deal. He indicated that the loan deal is the best Asante mine can get in the meantime because the government of the United Kingdom has stated that its current laws do not permit it to give back the items. Listen, this was also made possible for the ASANTEHENE. This was also made possible after the ASANTEHENE engaged with the late Queen Elizabeth II and current King Charles II. Dash it. I mean, when you read the story, ASANTEHENE says, well, they are giving it to us for 3 years. After that, we give that back. Their laws do not permit them to give back stolen items. Look at this dirty mind. Come here. Ha! The British are saying, yes, we have stolen them from you. We came and fought a peaceful people and stole their things. But we are not returning that to you because our laws don't allow us to send back stolen items. What kind of a law is that? Britain, are you listening to yourselves? Are you listening to yourselves? It's sad. Please, Britain, you can do better than this. My name is Blakk Rasta. Catch me again tomorrow, same time. We'll do it again. Until then, God bless you. May Africa prosper. Hey! Wayo!